Welcome back to Ration Nerd, everybody. Today we are going to crack into this vintage German pilot's ration. Now, I did try to do some research on this. Information on this pilot's ration is pretty scarce, so we're just going to have to get into it together. This is from 1987, as we can see over here. Hopefully that zooms in for you guys. So, it being from 1987, I'm not 100% sure what inside of this thing is going to be edible, if anything, but we are going to try it out. We are going to see what's inside of this cute little green box and see what you get to eat if you're German and get shot out of the sky. So, it is in several different languages. So, cheating a little bit, we are definitely going to have some water treatment tablets, food bars, and iced tea mix in here. That's all I can see that's listed on the package as far as contents goes. So we will just have to get in there and see if there are any little surprises. So considering this is a pilot's ration, and everybody asks me, well, who would it be issued to? Well, it'd be issued to a pilot. So there's that out of the way. So let's crack into this guy and see what is in a German pilot ration from 1987. This box is just under a pound. So it is not very heavy, would certainly fit in a cargo pocket. We're going to have to dig in here and see what kind of calorie count we get off of this ration, if we can pull that information off the individual items. If I can pull that information off of the individual items, I will put that in text so I don't stop in the middle of filming. So let's see what's inside of this guy. I have been sitting on this for a few weeks now, and I am really interested to see what's in here. I'm really hoping that there's something in here that's edible. Not 100% sure. Okay. Well, that's an empty box right there. That'll make a nice little display piece for the table. That's cool. Aha. So, we have a tea extract, which is definitely stuck to the back there. That looks intentional, though, like it was glued on, so that's always a good thing. They don't sound like they're granulated anymore. That's a bummer. We'll get it out. We'll see what we got going on. We'll see if these are still drinkable. Let's check it out. And we have some water purification tablets glued onto the back here. And you have 4 of these guys, and it says here that 2 of these tablets treat 1 liter of water. So that's pretty cool. And then we have this pack of food bars. So that's pretty simple. You just have your tea, your water purification tablets, and something to eat. So I definitely have to say the Germans are doing it right by giving you water purification tablets. Maybe a little bit bare bones on the ingredients on this thing, but water purification tablets was the one gripe I had with all the other emergency pilot rations I've reviewed so far. These things, they weigh nothing, so it makes perfect sense to put them in an emergency ration, especially for a pilot that may go down, well, anywhere. So let's start with one of these packs of tea. See if we can get one of these hydrated and see if it's any good. These are perforated, so you could use one at a time. That's nice. I was waiting for another slow-mo moment there where like just one of the tea packs ripped open and it just sprayed all over the table. That was not to be, thankfully. Well, there might be some life in this stuff. Let's check it out. Oh, there's a little powder in the air. That's always good. You know, nothing smells wrong with that. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that's sweetened or if that is just raw tea extract. We shall have to see. I am not at all sure if you're supposed to drink this hot or cold. There are no instructions as far as that's concerned. And that does not appear to be dry molded, although with tea it'd be pretty hard to tell. So, I don't know. You tell me. Am I going to die? I guess one day. We'll check it out. We're going to try this cold. We're going to live on the wild side. We're going to go with a little cold tea. Going to go sparingly with the water. I'm sure this isn't... Ooh. I might have spoken too soon. That looks pretty dark and healthy. I really hope that's sweetened. That'd be awesome if it was. Alright, let's try some tea from 1987. Doesn't smell bad. Actually smells pretty good. And that is not sweetened at all. I happen to like unsweetened iced tea. And that's a pretty big win considering this is just a cardboard box. So the storage conditions on this must have been pretty good. And that tastes, well, normal. It literally tastes like unsweetened iced tea. It has a little bit of a powdered tea flavor. Otherwise, that's actually a pretty darn good cup of unsweetened iced tea. I gotta hand it to them. That's alright. That is good stuff. Alright, now for this food bar. I'm not holding out a lot of hope that this is still good. Crossing fingers. Definitely stayed vacuum sealed. That's always a positive. If this is like one of those abandoned ship food bars, that is going to be bad because the fats in this thing will have absolutely gone rancid. I'm hoping. Maybe it's like one of those European cement bars. Look at that. Double wrapped, which is nice. Triple wrapped. You know, we have a foil liner on the outside, which is cool. And then we have a plastic lining on the inside, and it looks like each one of these is wrapped in wax paper. That was really well done. Check that out. And that smells like nothing. So, I'm wondering if these are still good. The packaging on these is absolutely superior as far as I'm concerned. These were wrapped really well. These remind me of those French emergency pilot bars. So maybe they stood the test of time, or we're about to get a mouthful of filth. Let's find out. They really remind me of those bars that came in the French pilot ration. I'm hoping, well, actually I'm just hoping they're still edible. So, they do have a little bit of a funky flavor, but you know what? I'm gonna get a bite. Like, you know, I'm probably never gonna get one of these ever again. I think it's just time for a bite. We're just gonna suck it up, and we're gonna go for a bite. And you guys know why. You know why. One, because I'm weird. Two, it's for you guys. I mean, yeah, I guess. It's for us. It's for both of us. That's a great way to explain it. It was for both of us. It's for me and the channel. And the subs. They deserve it. I'm actually getting a little apprehensive because this thing did have a little bit of a funky flavor. I'm sorry, it did have a little bit of a funky smell, not flavor. I'm just going for it. Okay, ready? Okay, nothing's going numb. I'm not really sure if that still has any nutritive value. I'm waiting for a really nasty aftertaste to come in and just like punch me in the mouth. But I'm not getting anything yet. It really just kind of tastes like old cereal. And not even in a hideous, heinous, super bad way. Like, it just tastes like old cereal. Which is way better than the French bar. And that thing was new. So this thing being from 1987... I mean, I'm not saying that it's not bad. But I'm not saying that it's not good either. I'm not really sure how that's... Let's go for bite number 2. That's a great idea. You know, I gotta tell you, that is way better than the French emergency pilot bar. This is from 1987, and it's relatively enjoyable. Like, I'm waiting for like my lips to swell up or my throat to close or something, but I'm not getting any of that. No numb, tingly sensation in my mouth, no crazy, weird aftertaste. That's pretty amazing. Like, really amazing. I don't know what the nutritional value of this thing still is, but as far as flavor goes, this isn't the worst survival food bar I've ever had. It's actually relatively soft and easy to eat. Not like the Mayday bars that can be like a real challenge to bite into them. This is really easy to eat. It's kind of crazy. I really am shocked at how good this is. And the fact that it stayed edible all this time. I mean, if there's any negative effects, you know, if I wind up in the hospital, that's where my next video will be done from. Maybe I'll do like, you know, hospital food video or something. That'd be a lot of fun. But I gotta say, man, this is actually pretty happening for a survival bar. And a survival bar from 1987. That's pretty amazing. Huh. I should mail some of these out to you guys. Like, I can get my email up and running. I drop one of these in an envelope. Send them out to you guys. You can try one. Leave me some comments. Tell me what you think about a 1987 German food bar. That'd be a lot of fun. I gotta get my email up and running. I'm gonna start doing stuff like that. I really don't care. It won't cost that much to ship it out to you guys. That's 3 subscribers right there that could be enjoying this experience with me. That's a pretty great idea. I'm gonna have to do that. Give me some time. I'm a busy guy. But I'll tell you what. These food bars, they're on point. Doing it right like 1987. I gotta say though, these are pretty good. Germans knew what they were doing back in 87. To be honest with you, this is better than some snack items and modern MREs. Like, I'd take one of these bars over that nasty banana nut bar that was in that SMCW. And this is way better than that banana nut dookie bar. Like, I would take one of these in a heartbeat. And it probably weighs less. I'll tell you what, storage conditions on this ration had to have been great. I got this ration from a guy named Kilted Gunsmith. He has a YouTube channel as well. You should check him out. He does some pretty cool stuff with pew-pews. Now, I got this from him. This was a good purchase, man. This was a lot of fun, especially considering it was edible. Tea's still drinkable. This is pretty amazing. I'll tell you what, that tea, when you first put it up to your lips, you get that little bit of smell that comes out of the glass. And anybody that's ever had Lipton instant tea, this tastes exactly like Lipton instant tea. No lemon, of course, but that smell you get when you mix a glass of Lipton instant tea, that's what this smells like. And it's still perfectly drinkable. No weird taste or anything like that. That's amazing considering it's from 1987. This was an excellent, excellent emergency ration, especially considering it's from 1987 and it stood the test of time. Regardless of whether storage conditions were perfect on this thing, it really has no business still being good from 1987. I mean, I had a 1990 US emergency ration that was sealed in an aluminum can, and that thing was rancid. This thing was perfectly edible. Tea was drinkable. I did not test the water purification tablets. Not sure if stuff like that holds up over time. Thank you guys for joining me here on Ration Nerd. This has been a German emergency pilot ration from 1987. Thanks for coming along for the ride. You guys make it completely worth it. If you appreciate what I'm doing with the channel, do me a big favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Talk to me in the chat. It has been an absolute blast talking to you guys. Good comments, bad comments, it doesn't really matter. Some people I have big LOL moments with, and then other people, well, they just like to tell me about myself. And that's cool, because you kind of chuck yourself out here when you're on YouTube. And that's all well and good. Nothing really upsets me too bad. I'm having a good time with this. I'm also not a professional, so just everybody be aware. This is a growing and learning process for me. I'm learning how to make videos. I'm learning a lot about rations. I'm just having a good time, and I'm glad you guys are coming along with me and having fun, checking out the videos. So thanks for joining me here on Ration Nerd. Until next time, eat 'em up.